I want to begin this video by reading to you a few verses from Luke chapter 6. These words come from Luke's version of Jesus' Sermon on the Mount that's found in the Gospel of Matthew. But here are the verses I wanted to share with you. Again, from Luke 6, beginning in verse 32. It says, "If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who are good to you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners do that. And if you lend to those from whom you expect repayment, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners, expecting to be repaid in full. But love your enemies. Do good to them, and lend to them without expecting to get anything back. Then your reward will be great, and you will be children of the Most High, because He is kind to the ungrateful and wicked. Be merciful, just as your Father is merciful." I've been thinking a lot lately about transactional relationships. Now, some of you may know what that is, but some of you may not. A transactional relationship is a relationship where both or all parties involved are in it for themselves, and where partners do things for each other with the expectation of reciprocation. Or you do something for me, I'm going to do something for you, and vice versa. And the reality is that almost all relationships start there. For example, people tend to date others because of what the perceived benefit or reward might be. Genuine concern for a partner's well-being, or the person you're in a relationship with, their well-being, or what some might call love, is something that generally grows as the relationship progresses. But some relationships never get past the transactional stage. In fact, I suspect that many relationships, if not the majority of relationships, never do. But there's a deeper foundation. There's a deeper foundation that some relationships reach, where people do things for each other for selfless reasons, or simply for the benefit of the other person. Now, I truly believe that some relationships transcend or go beyond selfishness, and they reach a place where all parties involved are happy, in large part because the other party is happy. Now, this, I believe, is the work of discipleship and the life that Jesus advocates for in Luke chapter 6. But it's so tempting to assign value and worth to someone based on what they can do for you in return. But I think that this is dangerous, and I think it's dangerous for a couple of reasons. One reason is that it diminishes a person's inherent worth as a person created in the image of God. Another reason I think this is dangerous is that it condones injustice against others because of the diminished value of that person. And thirdly, and maybe most importantly, it incorrectly presumes that we, thinking we have much to offer someone else, have much to offer God, and therefore the only reason that God loves us is for what we can provide God in return. See, this is a perversion of the unmerited love and favor that God extends to each of us. That unmerited love and favor known as grace. The truth is that God loves each of us immensely more than we realize, and there's nothing that you or I can do about it. Also, we as God's people are called to love others the same way. My hope is that we can stop looking at one another and treating one another from a transactional perspective or what you can do for me, and instead view one another from a holy perspective, where each one of us, each person is valued and worthy for simply being who God created them to be. Now, I hope everyone is doing well, but if you need anything, as we have said over the past several months, if there's anything that you need or anything that we can do for you, please let us know. I look forward to worshiping with you all on Sunday morning, either in person or online at 10 o'clock. Hope you have a great rest of the day, and God bless.